Hello and welcome to a very special video. Today we're just going to talk about how to make or to get Games Workshop out of your Warhammer. And I do mean your Warhammer. See, they can own Warhammer all they want. I'm not telling you you're going to change the setting or their course of the company. I'm just telling you that the first steps to freeing yourself from anything is to basically understand there's a problem. So, be it the cost, be it the changes to the setting, being it the dependency of buying something to make yourself feel good, whatever the thing is, the first step is to go, wow, I have a problem. So let's start with a little bit of this somewhat comical old setting I got from a Mordheim guy. And the comment was this: you can't be a Warhammer fan and not hate Games Workshop. And you can't be a Games Workshop fan and not hate Warhammer. Now, to give you context, Mordheim has been out of production for many, many years and has been very popular and has been a fairly well-celebrated rule set with a great deal of support because, honestly, you could go out and just pick things you wanted to use in it. So, what does that mean when we come over to Games Workshop's Warhammer 40K? That's still a pretty decent logo, honestly. Anyways, there are a number of things. First off, why are you stopping? Is it the cost? Is it the fact that you realize that the FOMO pipeline is giving you unnecessary pressure to make purchases that you aren't comfortable with and you know there's a problem because now you're just buying things because they're new and shiny? Is it because you're purchasing things to make yourself feel good? Do you have a problem with how the aesthetic has changed? Do you have a problem with how the lore set changed? Do you have a problem with the fact that they've taken it mostly from being a setting to a story? Do you have a problem that's not more story to setting? There's a ton of reasons for you to get irritated. For me, I don't like the fact that they keep changing the aesthetics. I do understand that when you make a resculpt, it will not 100% be exactly the same. Sometimes techniques change and, well, modeling elements do as well as the results. But that doesn't mean that Games Workshop's fairly common practice of make the firstborn Marines tiny little shrimps and then make the new guys we want to charge you more for gigantic next to them isn't a practice that they don't put into other areas of the game and have repeatedly done in many ways. Regardless of that slight thing, the aesthetic can be a big problem for some people. Some people might not like the older primers, but they like the newer kind of more blinged up primers. Some people might not like the newer blinged up primers. Maybe they like the Stormtrooper austere kind of design. Regardless of that, there's all kinds of issues that might bring you to this point. So let's talk first on cost. Games Workshop has a very big buy-in, even for veterans. A new edition is going to threaten you with a $60 rulebook at this point and a $60 codex. By most cases, I know a few factions don't have that, but regardless. So you're talking $120 just for rules. Just for rules. Okay, well, that's a big one right there. That's a big kick in the pants when you're thinking about it. And you don't have alternative, in most cases, options to lower the cost. We're not going to get a small paperback version. Now, this is a problem that Games Workshop has had for a long time. This was from a 2-player starter box, but why can't they offer a low-cost paperback version? Because they went to a hardback to charge you more. Then when you realize that all of the options that they have done aren't to make the game look more presentable, they're to get you to pay more, you start realizing the trend you're in. So, how do you handle this? Well, at some point you have to ask yourself, well, I like playing Warhammer, right? What edition did I enjoy playing? Do I have those books? Can I get other people to play it? If not, is there another alternative? Okay, well, if you don't play an older edition, and there's a ton of older editions that you could play for multiple reasons, one big option I can tell you is one page rules. It's free. It has a web-based application for you to basically make armies with the rules that they have, and you can even create army list and units for it. You can use your armies to do that. It's a bit of a simpler game, but if you're a beer and pretzels guy, bam, there you go. You have a free, easy situation. You can use that instead. You can play an older edition. So that's one immediate way to cut a gigantic amount of money out of your spending or to free it up for other things. Now you don't have to pay $120 in rules. Yay! Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Frog. Anyways, outside of that, what's another thing that you can do? Well, let's say you realize you have a problem. You're buying things to make yourself feel better. It's new, it's shiny. You watch the presentations and you go, oh my gosh. The new part of your brain starts going, oh my gosh, I gotta buy that. And you buy it and you get home and you go, oh, what am I gonna do with this? And then it goes into your pile of shame or a closet, or it stares at you from a shelf. If it starts talking to you, please talk to a therapist. But regardless, you have to, at this point, realize you have a problem. And that's purchasing things to make yourself feel better. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not going to tell you pretty much anything that's not going to be better than maybe any fix you can come up with yourself. But at that point, here's my solution to you. Stop buying products to make yourself feel good. It will never make you feel good. It will always make you feel empty. And you will always have to buy something else to replace it. See what you're missing in life and go from there. Buying a product simply to fill in a void of your soul in some regard will never ever end well. I can speak from experience. My father did this for a number of years, and we finally got him to stop doing it. Oddly enough, you want to know what he was buying? Socks. I don't know why. He couldn't explain it. It's just, he bought them. There you go. So that's a very unhealthy thing. Please get help. Talk to somebody. See if anyone can help you figure out what it is. But do not use Games Workshop purchases to make yourself feel better. It's a very bad idea. Okay. So, they've changed the aesthetic. They've altered the lore. What else can you do? Well, you can play older stuff. You can buy older models. Maybe there's a proxy company out there that you like their models more and you'll decide to proxy them in. That's not to say that they're doing one-to-ones. I'm just saying, like, maybe there's sci-fi space soldiers and you want to use them instead. Whatever. Go ahead and use that aesthetic. Go for the old, collect the older stuff. Playing 2nd edition Warhammer 40k, while a bit of a trip, can be quite fun. Just to give you an example, especially with those older models, it really does, oddly enough, bring you into it. Now, so let's say we're not going to deal with any of that at the moment. Okay, so what's another way to wean yourself out of Games Workshop? Well, it's really simple. It's to go around the books, it's to go around the models, and to realize just how much you might spend on paints and primer and contrast medium. Just to give you an example, there are a boatload of options out there that can be superior and more cost effective and give you more. Stynal Res, for example, let's say you live in an environment where you can't do airbrush painting. Maybe you have small kids, maybe the living environment's too small, the weather is an issue outside, whatever. You could use this. It's fantastic with brush priming, for example. I've had a situation where I couldn't use an airbrush, and I've used this for it, but this is also great for airbrush. Plus, the price is not bad. Okay, maybe you want a more domestic paint, and you live in the middle of the U.S. Well, there's stuff like Huge Miniatures. They're a bit more of a gel-based paint, but they work just fine. They're also more cost-effective, in my opinion. Or you want something like Contrast, but you don't want to buy Games Workshop, and you want it in a dropper and not in a pot. Well, there's Express Color by Vallejo. Maybe you just go the whole nine and you decide to watch one of my videos making contrast medium yourself. Is it exactly contrast medium? No, but it looks a lot like it. So you can't sue me, Games Workshop, because I have no idea what your stuff is, but I have a big suspicion because I understand basic chemistry. But the point I'm making is you can remove a lot of cost just based on the fact that you go, hey, I don't need to buy all of their side products. Maybe I just need to buy a few things. But overall, why, dear viewer, would you want to move past Games Workshop and simply focus on this? It's simply for yourself. Whatever reason you have, it's for a healthier lifestyle, it's for a healthier mindset. It's to simply go, hey, I have the things that make me happy. I have the things I enjoy, and now I'm going to sit here and enjoy them instead of being on an internal treadmill to nowhere. And those are all good reasons. And we can talk about other things you can do. There are other options outside of Games Workshop, but the first one, I just wanted to talk about being in Games Workshop itself and how you could move on from there, or at least make some healthy first steps. I know it's a bit rambly. This is not to villainize anybody who enjoys their stuff or whatever. It's just to simply go, hey, you, the guy who's just sick and tired of all this. These are some of the really easy things to do. And hey, you'd be surprised at how many people don't know any of this. So thanks, guys. The second part we'll talk about alternative options and things that you can look at investing in or do. And of course, I'll do other things. And if you have any requests or things you'd like to see, leave it in the comments section, because, well, that's the only way I know how anybody knows I know what anyone wants. So have a fantastic day. Until then, bye-bye.